Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Gazer, where we talk about everything Star Wars and more. In today's episode, I wanted to talk about something that actually seems to be very controversial lately. I decided I wanted to give my honest thoughts and opinions on it. That subject is the show The Acolyte. Now, I did a lot of thinking about this and have decided to say something because, as a true Star Wars fan, I cannot sit idly by and not say anything. I think, as a Star Wars fan all my life, I think it would be irresponsible of me not to say something. But before I do give my opinions and thoughts, I wanted to set the background for you so that you can get a glimpse of the type of Star Wars fan I am. Growing up, Star Wars was my life. The Phantom Menace was the very first movie I ever got to see in theaters. I was 5 at the time. That movie, in that time of my life, shaped everything for me. Once I saw that movie, I asked my father, and he began to show me the original 3 movies. And I ate up every single minute of those movies. I would watch the VHS tapes my dad had of Star Wars over and over and over again. Whenever I was sick, I would always watch Star Wars. I would have a Star Wars marathon, and I'd watch all 6 movies once they were out, back to back to back. And growing up, I had friends who loved Star Wars just as much as I did, and we would talk about it all the time, especially once the Clone Wars came out. Once the Clone Wars came out, we became even more obsessed with Star Wars. And then Rebels. I remember as a kid opening up a couple of boxes that my parents had for me. And I ended up getting the Hasbro light up, fold in lightsaber. I got Qui-Gon Jinn's and Obi-Wan Kenobi's from episode 1. I got Anakin's from episode 2. And I treasured those toys so much because they meant so much to me. As I came into my teenage years, I actually began to read some of the Star Wars Legends books and would dabble into some of the comics. All the while watching the original 6 movies over and over again, sifting through as much as I could take in. Fast forward to today. I'm 30 years old. I have a wife. I have 6 kids. And that love for Star Wars still remains to this day. And I have started to revisit a lot of those Legends books again and have instilled in my kids a massive love for Star Wars as well. And all of that brings me to today's topic, the Acolyte. Unfortunately, the Acolyte did not hold up that Star Wars beacon that George Lucas created. And in my opinion, woefully fell short of the standard that George Lucas set. Multiple times throughout the episodes, the show, for some reason or another, decided to break the Star Wars lore that Lucas had created. Allow me to provide a few examples. One, we have the Witch Sisters making the twins via the Force. There was only one person in true Star Wars lore that was ever created from the Force. That person was Anakin Skywalker. That's why he was considered to be the chosen one. And for those of you who have read the Darth Plagueis novel, it was Darth Plagueis that did that. Darth Plagueis learned how to do that by himself through trial and error because he was so obsessed with manipulating the midichlorians and people. 2 is Ki-Adi-Mundi being in a show where, according to him in The Phantom Menace,
Impossible. The Sith have been extinct for a millennium.
him being there while these Sith are killing Jedi, no less. That doesn't make any sense. That's not coherent to the Star Wars lore. Those 2 things are just 2 examples of why I think this show did not hit that gold standard, that George Lucas standard. I don't care where you're from. I don't care who you are or what your belief system is. As Star Wars fans, all we crave and all we desire are amazing Star Wars characters with a cool and coherent story. A story that honors that long held standard of George Lucas. And I believe this is why shows like The Mandalorian do so well, is because they are held up by two people, Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, who try to maintain that beloved standard. Truly, guys, I hope that Disney learns from this failed experiment. And I hope Disney's able to create more shows that a lot of Star Wars fans, like myself, want to see. I think it's something we all crave. We all want to root for shows. We all want that new Star Wars character and that new story that gives us hope. But we just haven't gotten that from Disney yet. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. Please remember to like the video, subscribe to my channel for more content, and hit that notification bell to be notified when new episodes drop. I would also love to hear your guys' thoughts. Did you like the Acolyte? Why or why not? Please leave a comment in the video, and may the Force be with you always.